Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and today I've got a DVD and Blu-ray update for you guys. I haven't done one of these in a while, and usually when I start a DVD and Blu-ray update by saying those words, that means I have just an ungodly stack of DVDs and Blu-rays here to show you guys. I don't have that big of a stack today, but I've got a pretty sizable one, nevertheless, so I'll go ahead and get started with the Blu-rays. The first Blu-ray I want to show you guys is the Arrow Video Blu-ray release of Brian Yuzna's Society. I did a full in-depth review of this release not long ago, so go check out that video for a full in-depth review of this. Awesome release by Arrow, amazing packaging, lots of stuff here, multi-discs, got a big nice booklet inside. If you are a fan of this movie, this is the way to own it. Arrow really pulled out all the stops with this release. Awesome release. If you've never seen Society, there's no better way to watch it than in high def with this awesome Blu-ray release from the fine folks over at Arrow. Definitely go check out my full in-depth review of this release. It's it's awesome. Brian Yuzna's Society from the fine folks over at Arrow. Next up, this is just one of my favorite movies of 2015. It's one of the best horror movies I've seen in a while, probably since, well, it's one of the better horror movies I've seen in a while. Put it that way, I'd rank it right up there alongside like The Babadook. I'd maybe even say that this one, I like this one better than The Babadook, to be perfectly honest with you, and that is It Follows. I think I liked it even better the second time around watching it. I love this movie to death. The look of this movie, the feel of this movie, the music in the movie, the performances, every aspect of it I absolutely adore. Great film. I did a full review of the movie when it first came out in theaters. Go check that out for a full review of the film. But I just love this movie. Definitely one of my favorite horror movies of 2015. Just one of my favorite movies of 2015 in general. Loved this film. It Follows. This is the Blu-ray. Not a whole lot here to sink your teeth into as far as special features are concerned. I'm guessing that there's going to be probably a big multi-disc Blu-ray coming out eventually with a lot of special features on it. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing what writer-director David Robert Mitchell does next, because it's I love this film. I love It Follows. Great movie. Like I said, I liked it better the second time around watching it at home on Blu-ray. And yeah, absolutely love this movie. Love everything about it. Great movie. Next up, got some Scream Factory releases here. The first one is for Phantom of the Opera. And this is a movie that I'd never seen up to this release. This cover here used to stare at me all the time from the shelves of my local video store, but I never rented it, never pulled the trigger. And I'm sad that I didn't, because this is actually a pretty decent movie. I'd say decent to good. I'd say it's a good movie. It's actually directed by Dwight Little, who directed Halloween 4. Robert Englund there plays, of course, the Phantom of the Opera. It's part costume, period, kind of drama, love story, with some really bloody, gory, brutal slasher elements thrown in as well. So you get the best of both worlds. If you love period costume dramas and you love bloody, gory slasher movies, you're going to love Phantom of the Opera. It also stars Jill Schoelen, who I think is just one of the most unsung 80s scream queens that we have. Love her as well. Really enjoyed this movie. Had a lot of fun with it. And it got some decent special features here as well from Scream Factory. Got audio commentary with Dwight H. Little and Robert Englund behind the mask. The making of the Phantom of the Opera. Lots of cool stuff here. So, yeah. I really enjoyed Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, pretty fun movie. Next up, had never seen this movie either, and haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it on Blu-ray, but it is Ghost Town. The Good, the Bad, the Satanic. If you guys have seen Ghost Town, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Another one, this cover art, I used to see it all the time staring at me from the shelves of my local video store, and I just never pulled the trigger to rent it. And I know it's got kind of a cult following, supposed to be pretty good. This is the first time it's been released officially. In the States, at least, on DVD or Blu-ray. And yeah, looking forward to checking it out. Yeah, Ghost Town. Pretty cool. No special features, though, unfortunately. Not a one. Not even a trailer for this film on here. Yeah, not sure what that was about, but Alrighty. Next up, another Scream Factory Blu-ray for a movie that I've seen quite a few times. I actually have done a File 13 video on it, so go check out that video for a more in-depth review. Howling 2, and I've got the reversible sleeve reversed to the Howling 2 Sturba Werewolf Bitch cover, which, now that's a title. Why that wasn't the American title of the film, I have no idea. That's definitely how it should have been released. This is just a hoot of a movie. Got some cool special features on here, but yeah, just have always had a great time with this movie. It's a hoot. It's just a fun movie. Definitely go check out my full File 13 review of this film. Yeah, Howling 2 from Scream Factory. Next up, this is Tobe Hooper's Invaders from Mars. Haven't had a chance to sit down and watch this one just yet, but I've always really liked this movie. I think this is a very unsung Tobe Hooper film. It's actually, yeah, it's rated PG. This is a PG Tobe Hooper film. But you always thought this was just a really well-made movie that just didn't, just really didn't find its audience back in the day. I understand that it's got kind of a cult audience as well. But yeah, I always really enjoyed this movie. Looking forward to sitting down and checking it out again in high def. Got some good special features here. Got an audio commentary with Tobe Hooper. The Martians Are Coming, the making of Invaders from Mars, with an all new retrospective featuring interviews with Tobe Hooper, actors, special creature effects, artists, etc., etc. Theatrical trailer, whole bunch of stuff on here. So yeah, definitely looking forward to sitting down and checking out Invaders from Mars again. Yeah. Next up, Death Spa. If you've seen Death Spa, that's all I need to say about it. It's Death Spa. This is an 80s paranormal, kind of slasherish movie that takes place in a health spa. It's kind of a possessed health spa movie. You'll sweat to death. This is another one. Again, this cover stared at me constantly from the shelves of my local video store. I just never pulled the trigger on it. It finally got a Blu-ray release from Gortagon Video, and for one reason or another, this thing was always priced between like $25 and $30. And I really wanted to see it because I heard it was just a hoot. But I couldn't justify dropping $25 or $30 on it. Kept my eye on it. It showed up on Amazon for like $20 one day. And pulled the trigger. Glad I did, because it's Death Spa. That's all you gotta say. It's Death Spa. And if you've seen Death Spa, you know exactly what I mean when I say it's Death Spa. It's Death Spa. Fun movie. Another Arrow Blu-ray release, this one from Mario Bava's A Bay of Blood. Used to own this on DVD. I have no idea what happened to it. I couldn't find it one day. I've not found it since. Decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on the Blu-ray. Had kind of a love-hate relationship with this movie. This is a very, very influential sort of giallo slasher kind of hybrid film. If you're familiar with the Friday the 13th films, and you should be, particularly the first and the second Friday the 13th, the influence on those films by Bay of Blood is definitely there. I don't think it's a great movie overall, but I don't know. I kind of like it. Like I said, I've got a love-hate relationship with this movie. Every so often, I have to watch it for one reason or another. Picked it up on this Blu-ray because I want to do a video about it, just sort of talk about it more in depth, and to talk about its influence on other films in the horror genre, particularly in the 80s. And it got lots of special features on here. It is, got a nice booklet inside as well. Got a reversible sleeve. Another great release from the fine folks over at Arrow. And last but not least, for the Blu-rays, this is from the fine folks over at, it's not Vinegar Syndrome, it's Etiquette Pictures. It's the sort of sister company of Vinegar Syndrome. Some call it Loving. This is a modern-day reimagining of Sleeping Beauty. I've read a little bit about it. It's supposed to be pretty good. It's supposed to be kind of trippy, kind of artsy. So, looking forward to checking it out. Just haven't had a chance to check it out just yet. Alright, moving on to the DVDs now. The first one, picked this up at Walmart for like, I think, $10. This is the Randy Savage story, Macho Man, a 3-disc set. Got a documentary on here about the Macho Man. Got a bunch of his matches on here. A lot of cool stuff on here about the Macho Man. I watched the documentary. Great documentary about Randy Savage. One of my all-time favorite wrestlers. just an absolute character. This is a great release. Like I said, picked it up at Walmart for $10. 3-disc set, $10. Could not pass it up. Yeah, very, very cool. Let's see. Next up, pick this up out of the cheap bin at my local McKay's used bookstore. This is Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Let me know what you guys, if you've seen this film, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. It's actually directed by Mary Lambert, who directed Pet Sematary and Pet Sematary 2. So that was kind of what made me interested in picking it up. And of course, you can't go wrong. It's $1.95. So yeah, if you've seen the film, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Another $1.95 cheap bin pickup. This is Gus Van Zant's Last Days. Saw this movie years ago. I remember liking it. It's kind of a fictional retelling of the last days of Kurt Cobain's life. Kind of like Elephant, a very sort of quiet, slow-moving film. But I recall liking it. Saw it for $2. Couldn't say no. Next up. Picked this one up for $4. I have not seen this film. If you've seen it, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Private Parts. No, not the Howard Stern film, but Private Parts. It says, Cheryl is a lovely girl, but to George, she's a living doll. If you've seen it, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Time Magazine says, all in all, it is just about the most treacherous place for a night's lodging since the Bates Motel in Psycho. Yeah. If you've seen it, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Looks kind of interesting, so I wanted to snatch it. Let's see. I think I got this. I think I showed this off in a Yeah It's Mail Day unpackaging. A Crack in the Floor, starring Gary Busey. This is a slasher film from, I think it's the early 90s. No, it's actually the early 2000s, I'm sorry. And I actually think it's not a bad slasher movie. And it's also just an absolute hoot. It's got Mario Lopez in it, Slater from Saved by the Bell. There's Gary Busey there on the back. He's only in the movie for maybe a couple of minutes, but they are absolutely priceless. Those 2 minutes that Gary Busey is in this film are absolutely priceless. Priceless. So yeah, this is a movie I'll probably do. I don't know if I'll do a File 13, maybe a Lost video about. Like I said, I do think it is a pretty decent slasher film, but it's got some just hilarious moments in it. Hilarious moments. If you've seen it, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Next one, pick this up to complete the Vengeance trilogy. This is Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. Of course, I've got Old Boy. I love that film. I've got Lady Vengeance. I haven't had a chance to check that out yet, but wanted to pick this up, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, to complete the trilogy so that I can sit down and watch Lady Vengeance, followed by Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. I'd actually envisioned doing a series of reviews on the channel just talking about revenge movies. So, yeah, definitely keep your eyes peeled in the future. I may do that series and talk about the entire revenge trilogy here from, what's the director's name? Park Chan-wook. Yeah, definitely looking forward to checking this out. Next up, I think these are DVDs I picked up on my birthday. I showed them off in my birthday haul, so I won't go over them too lengthy here. Squirm. You guys know how much I love slugs, so I wanted to pick up Squirm, which Slugs is about killer slugs. Squirm is about killer worms. So, love that cover art there. Love that cover art. Squirm. Next up, Blood Slaughter Massacre. How can you go wrong with a title like Blood Slaughter Massacre? Yeah. If anybody's seen this, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Another indie slasher film, Die Delta Pi. Looks pretty interesting. If you've seen it, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. And last but not least, saw this movie years and years ago, and remember liking it. Saw it in the cheap bin at my local used bookstore for $2. Grabbed it. Series 7, The Contenders. Haven't seen this in a while, but I remember liking it. If you've seen it, please let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. So yeah, there is my most recent DVD and Blu-ray update. It still took 15 minutes, so still a pretty lengthy update for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace.